What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space. I'm in your face. Definitely blessed to be here on this beautiful day. It's definitely a beautiful day today. It's hot. It was hot and muggy. It was a beautiful day today. And as y'all know, I love it when it is hot. I don't like the muggy, but I like the hot. But when you're in Mississippi, it's gonna be muggy because we on the coastline and evaporation and rain comes out. You never know what the weather's gonna be like here in South Mississippi, Central Mississippi, Northern Mississippi. It could be snowing one day, the sun out, in the middle of a tornado, surfing on a hurricane. I promise you, it goes down like that here in Mississippi. It really does. Want to prove me wrong? Bring your ass here, live here for a little while, and find out for yourself that that's what it is. That's what it is. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Giving everybody an opportunity to lock in, to chime in. Those notifications are supposed to go out. So what I do is I go in and I make sure that everyone has an opportunity to participate in our live conversation every day. We're here every day, Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. If you're listening to this, if you hear my voice, share it live. Lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I want to know where you're chiming in from. Let me know where you're locking in from. Now, don't mind me today. Normally, I don't do this. Normally, I do not do this. But today, I'm doing it. Yep, that's right. Today, I'm doing it. Which camera am I? This one? Okay. Today, I'm doing it. I want y'all to see what we got going on today. Nice little cornucopia, although this bow isn't a cornucopia. And if you don't know what a cornucopia is, go look it up in the damn dictionary. But a nice assortment of fruits from kiwi to dates, grapes, elderberries. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today, y'all. I normally don't eat on this thing, but I'm hungry. I've been ripping and running all day, trying to get some work done. I'm not trying, I'm getting some work done. And this is my snack. I normally do this for lunch, but I get a chance for lunch. So I'm doing it right now while I'm chopping it up with y'all. Then I'm gonna sit there and wash it all down with some good Wakir water. Okay. So don't mind me while I'm sitting there snacking and talking. And the reason why I don't normally do this is because I don't like to eat, talk, chew all at the same time. I try to refrain from all of that. I chew with my mouth closed, and I like to chew it until it's pulp. I don't just put it in my mouth and swallow. I used to do that. How many of y'all actually do that? Put food in your mouth, chew it twice, and swallow. And do realize I have all my teeth. In my ripe old age, I have all of my teeth, right? I don't have any false teeth, false fronts, none of that. Not to say that it might not happen. I'm just saying that right now in this present stage of my life, I have all my teeth. You know. So today going to be a very interesting day. Because a lot of stuff is happening. I thought I was going to load up a video for you to give you guys an idea of some of the things that are coming down the pipeline. But I was talking with Paul Whitehouse. Sent me some information, and he's getting his commercials and segments and everything ready for his individual broadcast for Patriot BFC, which we will host on Tuesdays, since you guys are locked in with him on Tuesdays, and we will go live at 5 with Paul Whitehouse at Patriot BFC. Okay, be on the lookout for that. Reset and Elevate. They're getting ready. They're getting all their information together, and we'll see Reset and Elevate locked and loaded early July with Emily Mitchell and Kiara Smith. Barbershop Talk with Lamont Mitchell, Pastor Lamont Mitchell. Inside Speaks is already rolling every day, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Industry Talk live at 5. In the Heat of the Night, 11 o'clock. Just to give you guys an idea of everything that's gearing up and going down. Okay. I want to play something for you guys because you guys helped me with this yesterday. So I want to play this information for you. Let me share the screen here. We worked on a commercial yesterday, so I'm pulling that up. We had some voiceovers, and all of the voiceovers, I will be utilizing some form of those voiceovers from everyone that called in and locked in with us yesterday. So your voiceover will not go in vain. I'm going to produce multiple clips with different sound bites. It's all promotion, and all of you guys did a wonderful job. So I appreciate everything that was done. But I'm going to give you guys a little glimpse into what was produced from yesterday. Okay.
Hello.
I hear you have a book out. Can you tell me a little bit about your book?
Yeah. So I made this book with my mom.
Okay.
I feel great about
You feel
the book.
great about it. Awesome. I mean, so when are you gonna start doing your television segments and stuff? Talk to me.
Right now. Thank you for buying our books.
When the lights go out, courage shines the brightest. Every child faces fears, but they don't have to face them alone. Follow Taylor and Tanner on a heartwarming bedtime adventure that reminds young readers that love, courage, and family can light up even the darkest night. Taylor's Night, Tanner's Light, a story of courage and brotherly love. Available now at dreamscapesreads.org.
Hello.
I hear you. Dreamscapesreads.org, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get back to it. I'll play it again later on. But I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see how the production is coming, right? It's always a flow, ebb and flow in terms of how I do what I do when I do it. And that conversation that I had with Taylor yesterday made the commercial easy. It made the production of the commercial easy. Why? Because Taylor is such an outstanding personality. He's sure about himself. He knew what he wanted to say. He thanked everybody for supporting him in his efforts, he and his mom, in the creation of their book and the production and pushing of their book. And he wanted to get on and say a few words, and he did a great job. It's a nice interview. Short interview, but it was a nice interview. And it gave me an opportunity to grab some sound bites from Taylor himself about the book. So make sure you tap in with dreamscapesreads.org. Lock in with Angel and get the entire collection. Get the entire collection. If you go to Jonathan Shaw's page, you'll see where Shaw was filming. He was filming Taylor and the family sitting down in the living room, watching us go through production. And this isn't normal production. This isn't how normal production goes. Okay, good stuff. Welcome. I'm just reading some of the messages that are coming in from Kick and Twitch and everything else. And Taylor was excited about everyone that was actively participating in the production, and that's a young man seeing his mother's work and effort and what they've put into what they're doing. They're seeing it come to life, right? They're seeing individuals liking, sharing, commenting, and more importantly, purchasing the product. That's paramount. It's very important. Very important factor. Everything that we're talking about. Shay Waller, welcome to the live, sister. How you doing? I wanted you to hit me yesterday. I wanted your voiceover. I wanted you to participate in that voiceover yesterday. That would have been nice. I would have really enjoyed that. Just to have your voice as one of the voices to use on feature spots and commercials for this product and pushing this young man's book. I also need to make you guys aware of something that's coming down the pipe as well. And there's no sense in me saying it when she could say it herself. So I'm going to pull this up here in just a minute. Let me pull this information up. Okay, here we go. And so let me share this screen here again. I mean, before I get into a whole bunch of stuff, this is, of course, you guys know my sister Bree Melton. Her son plays professional basketball overseas in Greece. Aaron Estrada. And I want you guys to lock into this message as well. Bree is a genius. Bree has collected all of the information that she's needing or needs to disseminate information to other parents who may be in a similar situation with a student athlete and needs assistance. So let me bring this to your attention because we're going to tap in with Bree and everything that Bree would need. Is that not working the way that I want it to work? There it is. Okay. Let's pull that one up by itself. So like I said, I'm going to let Bree tell you what she has on her mind. All right? Talk to him, Bree. Uh-oh. What happened? That's not what I wanted.
So some people have asked me what I want for my birthday, and I didn't really know what I wanted or if I wanted anything, but I figured it out. I do want something. So what I want is to be able to create opportunities. So today, for my 42nd birthday, I want to give life to the Momager Moves Fund. The purpose of it is simple. It's going to allow me to provide access to recruiting education, guidance, and resources that some families, may not have access to otherwise. It'll also sponsor workshops and info sessions that I plan to have at schools and for community organizations and other sports clubs. And it will allow me to be able to donate my books, donate to families and schools and youth sports organizations, libraries. All the money will go towards helping a family make a more informed decision, opening doors for a student athlete, or just getting the information into the hands of the parents that really need it. So if you wanted to do anything for me for my birthday, I would love nothing more than for you to contribute, for you to invest in something that is so much bigger than myself or my birthday. I'm all in, man, on this Momager Moves, y'all. I'm 10 toes. Like, I'm really serious about educating families and changing lives, and that's what I'm going to do. So help me help them. Shit, help me help you. Do you have kids that play sports and are going to college? Listen, we all in this together. Y'all know Brianna love the kids. I love the kids. I'm always going to look out for the kids. I am my mother and my father's child. That's it. That's what I would like for my birthday. So I'll provide more information about the fund and how you can contribute a little later. So some people have asked me what I want for my birthday.
All right. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, just that simple. Share the information, pass it on, make individuals aware of what's out there, the possibilities, right? So if in fact you want to touch base with Bree, reach out to him on Facebook or Instagram, or give me a call. and I can get you linked up with Bree. All right. So today we're going to talk about finishing the mission, completion, right? Strategically, of course. We're talking about something that separates dreamers from achievers. Real simple. It's completion. Completion. You might not let that sink in. Let that soak in. Let that hit your tongue. Let it hit your palate. Ingest it. Digest it. Let your body pull all of the nutrients out of it that's needed. And then what you don't need, get rid of it because it's waste. Get rid of the rest because it's waste. We live in a world where everyone celebrates the beginning. People applaud the announcement, the idea, the launch, and the excitement of something new. But very few people celebrate the discipline it takes to finish. The reality is this: unfinished work never reaches its full potential or value. It can't. It's not completed. Completion isn't simply about checking a box. Completion is about delivering on your purpose. It's about honoring the commitment you made to yourself, your family, your team, your clients, and ultimately your mission. But here's the challenge. Completion without strategy can become wasted effort. Working hard on the wrong objective is still moving in the wrong direction. That's why every mission requires a plan, a true plan of action. So ask yourself, what is my end goal? What milestones must I reach to get there? What distractions must I eliminate? Who needs to be on this journey with me? Y'all hear that a lot. Everybody can't go, right? That's what they say. That's you being programmed that way. Well, whether I believe it or not, that's you being programmed that way. You hear enough people saying that you begin to believe it. But what does it really mean? Are you cutting off your nose despite your face? Because when you're in your downtime and someone is up, do you want them to look back at you and be like, hey, man, when I was down? Or when you're up and you're looking back at folks that are down and you're not lending an assistance because in your mind, everybody can't go, right? Everybody can't go. That's a bad stereotype and a bad connotation of what it means to be a supportive individual in someone's process. But that's neither here nor there. That's my opinion, not yours. You affix yourself to what it is that you want to believe in and how you want to make that work. What does success actually look like when I cross the finish line? Successful people don't simply work harder. They work smarter. They prioritize. They evaluate. They make adjustments. They understand that strategy is what transforms efforts into results. Yes, there will be obstacles. Yes, there will definitely be setbacks. There will be moments when the easiest thing to do is to quit or start something new. But every unfinished project becomes a reminder of unrealized potential. There's a thing in the stock market called unrealized gains. People don't realize what that is. But we're not talking about the stock market right now. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say that, that means that you've never actually opened up an E-Trade or looked at the net. You've never had an account to where you've done your own trading if you don't know what unrealized gains are. So I'm not going down that rabbit hole with you. Look it up. Every completed mission becomes evidence that you can be trusted with something even greater. That's all it is. Stepping stones to success, sustainability, completion. He can get the job done. She can get the job done. Completion also builds confidence. Every time you finish what you start, you strengthen your reputation, your discipline, your belief in what's possible. People begin to associate your name with consistency instead of excuses. And you know what I say about excuses. All of you know this, or should if you don't pay attention. Excuses are monuments of nothingness. They build bridges to nowhere. And those of us who choose to use these tools of incompetence shall become masters of the same. As leaders, entrepreneurs, creators, and visionaries, we have to stop chasing constant motion and start pursuing meaningful progress. I fall victim to this myself from time to time. I have to catch myself. Just doing, and not really doing anything. Meaningful progress. It's important. Being busy doesn't mean you're productive. Activity without direction is simply movement. Today, I want to challenge everyone watching to revisit the missions you've already stated and started. Before you chase the next opportunity, ask yourself if you've maximized the one already in front of you. Because here's the truth. Vision starts the journey. Strategy guides the journey. But completion is what leaves the legacy. So tonight, let's have an honest conversation about how we become more intentional, more disciplined, and more strategic in everything we do. Because when preparation meets purpose and strategy meets execution, completion becomes inevitable. I want to welcome all of you to Industry Talk. Thank you for listening to me for just a moment. I get on my soapbox every once in a while, and as I think about things day to day, I want to leave you with something that you can, like I say, ingest, let it hit the palate, swirl it around a little bit, swallow it, digest it, take from it what you need. If it's all bullshit, hey, send it up the river. But if it's something that is tangible, like a commodity, a tangible commodity, something that you can hold, something that you can, yes, I can invest in that. I can invest in the ketchup because I use ketchup. I can invest in mayonnaise because I use mayonnaise. I can invest in water because I drink water. Right? Tangible assets, commodities. So, yeah, we're talking about completion today, completing projects. And when you're doing things that you enjoy, it's not work, man. It's not work. So something for us to think about, talk about. And I want y'all to chime in, put it in the comments. Questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Are we suffering from opportunity addiction? What do you mean by that, G? Too many people are addicted to starting something new instead of finishing what they've already started. Why do we celebrate new ideas more than completed results? That's a direct question. Has social media created a culture of constant announcements instead of accomplishments? And I'll give you an example of that, a perfect example of that. Because a lot of times with me, I don't make announcements of what it is that I'm doing. I tell you what's coming down the pipeline every once in a while. But I just drop. I let it fly. If it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit because I promote. It's gonna hit because people are rocking out with me. I'm not trying. I don't do the gimmicks. The buy one, get one free type shit. There's nothing gimmicky about what it is that we do. Because our network is real, it's serious, and people are locked in with what it is that we do. Outside of this social media montage, this facade. But I can say, as it relates to me, I'm WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Anyone that has ever met me, anyone that knows me, I don't pretend, I don't play, I don't act like I do or don't. If I don't have it, I don't have it. If I do have it, I have it. And I can express it. If I haven't gone through it, I can't talk about it. But if I have gone through some shit, oh yes, explicitly, I can give you a profound statement on everything that I've done in my life. Good, bad, indifferent. Mistakes that I've made. But I don't just get on this thing and just pour out my life in terms of what it is that I've got going on. You see what I got going on. I tell you what I have going on in more ways than one. And instead of me just talking about it, I work through it right here in front of your face. You see the results. You see the productivity. You see the activity. You see the intention. Before Angel Williams dropped her books, and I'm using this as an example, it wasn't a whole bunch of talk. It may have taken some time for her to get herself in a position to drop when she was comfortable to drop, but when she dropped, she dropped. She let it fly, and then she started pushing. She started working hard. She started getting information. She started working with different groups and disseminating the information so people could buy into what it is that she's pushing. Completion. Are entrepreneurs building businesses or just collecting business cards and LLCs? Just because you got an LLC don't mean that you're in business. Is unfinished work becoming socially acceptable? I can't answer that question because I don't deal with folks that don't complete the work. And if I see that you're dead-legging or you're wasting time, I'm not cutting you off. I'm just not going to ask you to do anything for me. I'm not going to get you involved in anything that I have going on because you're not going to assist me when I need you to help me complete something. Because you only carry it so far, then you get bored, you get tired. Oh, no, guess what? A lot of people are, man, I'm really a one-man band. I'm a one-stop shop. So a lot of the things that I ask people to do, I can do myself. But I like to give folks an opportunity to join in on the party, to have fun with me, to make money with me. Are we are we quitting? Excuse me. One of them seeds went down the wrong way. Are we quitting too soon or staying too long? There's a fine line between persistence and refusing to pivot, right? And I'll get into that here in just a moment. In just a moment, I'll get into that. We'll get back to that. Remind me of where we are. But in the meantime, in the between time, while I'm sitting here talking to you, if you have not subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time, this is for you. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time. Okay. And I got hit up the other day because somebody said to me, G, why you keep telling folks that you have over X amount of millions of views and this, that, and the other, when your social media numbers don't look all that good in terms of your followers? And I sit there and I scratch my head and say, well, which platforms are you looking at? Are you looking at the new platforms that I've created? Are you looking at the new avenues that we're going down? Or are you looking at the work that we've completed and now we're starting new projects? So for the naysayer, this is for the naysayer, right? I'm going to pull this up. I have to pull this up. Not to say that I have to, because one thing about me, I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I try my best not to fall into that mode of trying to convince people of anything that I'm involved in or anything that I do. But just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about when you hear the subscription commercial, and I want you to like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff to our networks. Let's make it clear in terms of what it is that we're doing out here, right? Okay, so I'm going to share some content. I'm going to share a screen. Okay, let me get back to here so you guys can see what we're talking about, and I'm going to bring up the whole screen. And I'll get back to the talking points here in just a moment, but I want you to see what it is that I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Boss Talk Podcast 101. Okay. As you can see, we have over 355,000 subscribers. Almost 7,500 videos, 7,400 videos that we've pushed out to the public. Okay. And that's the parent organization. Okay. And Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time, right? And you see the banner behind me, the Prime Time banner behind me. You see the logo. You see Primetime Network? Okay. And you also see what? 73,000 subscribers on 892 videos. Is that making sense to you now? Is it really making sense to you now? Okay. And we've had over 12,398,298 views. I got to change the commercial. I just said 15 or whatever I said. I forgot what I said. But collectively, if you take this number here, right? You take 12 million, almost 13 million views of our content and add it to you got to add them up. You see? 133,801,768 views, right? You know, I can't make these numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot. I can't make them up. So when people try to chastise and laugh, oh man, y'all ain't doing that. Hey, I don't know anybody at YouTube personally get on the phone and be like, hey man, drive my numbers up. How y'all do that? No, it's hard work, perseverance. ECEO, the official Miss Jamaica, they out there busting their ass. As a matter of fact, man, let me drop this right now, man. Y'all think it's a game. And you'll see this shirt? You'll see this Freeway shirt? Let me see if y'all notice it in anything that we got going on.
It's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down there, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
Where the bosses talk. It's a unique hustle. It's a unique hustle, man. Ain't nobody out here playing, but motherfuckers out here just talking shit. Excuse me for the explicit, for the explicit language. I said I was gonna change my tone. And I'm not mad, I'm not upset. It's just that when people call me with bullshit, that's like me going on the railroad and telling a steak driver how to drive a steak the right way. And I ain't never drove a steak in my life into a railroad track. Now, I didn't hammer the nail, but I ain't never drove a steak into a railroad track. I don't know how to do that. So I'm not going to go to this man and tell him, oh, man, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's going on. You're not really doing what you're saying you're doing to keep this train aligned so that it doesn't derail. So when people go in a different direction after I've given them the background and the explanation of what it is that I do, how I do it, how I go about securing real contracts, assisting my look, man, you can't put a price on that. That's just the love that's shown between comrades. But when it comes down to, hey, man, I want to put some money on the wood and let's get to it and let me work these deliverables for you in terms of, you know, what we talk about in the contract, what I'm going to deliver to you through this contract, because you're paying me for this. It's a whole different ballgame when it comes down to what it is that we do and how we grind. We really do this. I'm not boasting or bragging. I'm just saying, don't call my phone, send me an email or some text or whatever the case may be, trying to offer your services to assist me in doing something that I already do, unless you're a part of this cohort unless you're a part of this collective, because I'm not going to take your advice. Just tell them I'm not going to take your advice. If you can't show me your productivity and what you're getting accomplished, I can show you my deliverables. I can show you the individuals that I've worked with, and not just individuals that I work with, but my own life. I can show you where I've excelled, where I've failed, where I've fell flat on my face, got my ass up, got back on the horse, and kept it pushing. So if you think that I'm here caught up in social media numbers, no, then you don't know me at all. The numbers don't make me. I make the numbers. I drive the numbers. We are the algorithm. Once you figure that part of it out, then the rest is pretty straightforward and easy. So you ask, what do you mean by that, G? What do you mean you the algorithm? What I'm saying is a digital footprint, digital inferences, coding. I'm a computer programmer. So knowing how to push information out over these platforms, there's just a social media network. It's just another way of marketing and promotions. That's the simple side of it. The real work is networking with individuals that really want to get things accomplished. Once you find that core of individuals, there's nothing that's going to stand in your way. So that's why we're talking about completion today. So like I said, there's a fine line between persistence and refusing to pivot, right? How do you know when to keep fighting versus changing direction? Is quitting always failure? Can staying loyal to a bad strategy destroy a great vision? Of course it can. People normalize pivoting perseverance. I don't know about nobody else. I can't speak on anybody else. I don't speak on anyone else. I speak on what I do. Make sure y'all tap in with the Butterfly Collection. Today's episode of Industry Talk is proudly sponsored by the Butterfly Collection. That's right, the Butterfly Collection is here. Gentle stories, big lessons, bright imagination. Books are available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Ingram Spark by author Angel Williams. These books are perfect for pre-K programs, kindergarten classrooms, elementary schools, classroom libraries, bedtime reading, and SEL programs. Be sure to get your copy today. Be sure to get your copies today. And you say, oh man, G, you talking, man. You always telling folks to go do this and go do that, man. We'll never see you do nothing. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a big lie. I say that's a lie because I support it. And I don't ask folks to send me anything. You know how celebrities and big time folk, oh man, go on, send me your product and I'll display it on my platform and you'll get a bunch of likes. And that's bullshit. I don't need you to put nothing on no platform like you're an ambassador of my business. No, I don't need that. What I need you to do, if you're really supporting me, I need you to buy my product. Now, if Oprah said, send me some books, I'm sending them motherfucking books yesterday. Because that's a different platform. Now, they got levels to this shit now. You know what I mean? Don't think that I'm crazy. You got to be the right celebrity, I guess. Because if Oprah say, hey, G, I see you got a nice collection of books, man. Why don't you send me copies of those books? They're in the mail tomorrow. But you do realize that in order for you to hit the bestsellers list, the New York bestsellers list, you have to sell 5,000 to 10,000 books in a week. Consistency, persistence. But I was making a point about something. Because I ask you, I put the burden of support on you guys all the time, because I want you to get in the habit of being there for your collective, being there for your people. If you have 10 people in your collective and only 2 of them have purchased your product, then you need to find a new collective. So what I want you to do, let me see, which camera am I on? I'm on this camera here, okay. What I want you to do is I want you to go buy these books. Some of y'all got nieces and nephews and people that, you know, you support. You go buy your 40s, you go buy your weeds, you go buy your Black and Miles. I ain't knocking none of that. I ain't telling you, you know, hey, what you do is what you do. That's your business. But go buy these books, right? It ain't the same book, ladies and gentlemen. It is not the same book, ladies and gentlemen. This is the collection. You got 3 books in this collection. You have 3 books in the Butterfly collection. When I get the green light, after Shaw and Angel have exhausted the possibilities on their own websites and the whole 9 yards, then I'm gonna buy a bunch of these books and I'm gonna put them up and retail them on our site. Because I'm not trying to cut into their profit margin once as they're starting out. Because I know once I start, hey, it's gonna go. People buy stuff from me all the time. But we're right now on Team Tanner and Taylor in the Butterfly collection. That's what we're doing right now. We're working the strategy. I know y'all don't like it. Some of y'all out there that are tuned in and locked in and listening, I know y'all don't like it. But I don't give a damn. Make sure y'all tap into my boy JB.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, comedian JB, the real Jay Braswell, comedian Jay Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
And if you have not been to dreamscapesreads.org, you need to get over there. Go check them out. Yeah. Damn. It's been an hour already. Well, look. Let me go ahead and give y'all a couple more commercials. Hold on a second. Give y'all a couple more commercials. Okay. Make sure y'all tap in with my girl XO Music.
Lil' High XO in the motherfucking building, man. Yeah, hey.
Pop that ass like a willy, head down, ass to the ceiling. I'm from the country, but live in the city. I get you on camera, but nothing like Diddy. I get you on Snap, shake it that ass a slap, shake it and then make it clap, then make it jump. Girl, put your back in the hump. Show me your cup if you drunk. I'm here for it all. I'm ready to get it. I'll fuck with that Polly and my nigga with it. Bitch, I'm the biggest ass and titties. You tell me to drop it, I already did it. I know what I'm doing. Twerk queen, big old booty, twerk thing. If you gonna hit it, hurt me. If you gonna hit it, hurt me. Hold up.
Billion shot it.
Billion shot it. XO Music, ladies and gentlemen. Tap in with my girl, man. Does everyone deserve a seat at your mission table? Sometimes your greatest obstacle isn't your competition. It's the people closest to you. Should family automatically have access to your vision? Can loyalty become a liability? Are some people assigned to your life only for a season? Is protecting your mission more important than protecting people's feelings? You goddamn right. I don't give a damn about your feelings. Feelings are fleeting. They come and go. Is completion more valuable than perfection? Perfectionism often disguises itself as excellence, but in reality, it delays impact. Is perfection just fear wearing a professional suit? How many businesses never launch because they're waiting for the perfect moment? Would you rather have a completed product that's 90% ready or a perfect idea that's never released? Something to think about. I'm still on the 100% line with that. 90%, that's failing in my book. That's a B. Remember I gave you that scale? A is average. B is below average. We want to be above average. Remember that. Is execution the real competitive advantage in today's marketplace? So, in closing, 5 years from now, will people remember you for the things you started or for the missions you completed? Yeah. And as always, beautiful people, y'all know with me, it's always about health, wealth, wellness. Stay tuned.